Space, when it stops being a backdrop and becomes a real place, feels like a vast hall filled with invisible currents, magnetic fields, radiation, particles drifting like dust in a sunbeam. Amid all this, sometimes something arrives that has no memory of our sun. It has not orbited for billions of years alongside the planets. It has not shared the same cradle of gas and debris. It is an alien fragment crossing the solar system like a guest that never stays, and precisely because it doesn't stop, it forces astronomers to hurry. 3I Atlas was recognized as such, an object on a hyperbolic orbit, not gravitationally bound to the Sun. The third confirmed case of an interstellar visitor after 1I Oumuamua and 2I Borisov. It was detected on July 1, 2025, by the Atlas Telescope Network, and its trajectory immediately revealed a breathtaking characteristic, even to those accustomed to working with gigantic numbers every day: speed. Not just high speed in a general sense, but a velocity that rewrites the practical rules of observation. The faster the object, the shorter the window in which you can measure it accurately, because each night it's in a different part of the sky, and the perspective changes constantly. During its passage near the Sun, 3I Atlas reached speeds of about 209,000 km per hour. To put that into perspective, Earth orbits the Sun at roughly 107,000 km per hour. This isn't merely a difference, it's a leap in energy, a clue pointing to a long journey marked by distant encounters with stars and clouds, by accelerations accumulated like a pinball in a galactic machine. Reconstructing its exact origin is nearly impossible, as every deflection over millions of years erases its trail. Yet it is precisely this impossibility that makes the object so valuable. You can't trace it back to a parent star, but you can study what it carries with it, like examining a rock that has fallen on a beach without having witnessed the landslide. To understand what it truly was, astronomers needed eyes capable of distinguishing the nucleus from the cloud surrounding it. Hubble did exactly that on July 21, 2025, when 3I Atlas was still far from the Sun, about 446 million kilometers from Earth. The images, among the sharpest ever taken, showed a teardrop-shaped cocoon of dust, a coma produced by cometary activity. This detail is crucial, because it tells us we are not looking at a dead, inert rock. We are observing a body losing material. Models indicate that the dust is mostly emitted from the side facing the Sun, as if its surface had regions that flare and fade with rising heat. But there is a paradox typical of comets, made clear by 3I Atlas. The coma tells you what's happening, yet it hides the true shape of the nucleus. If the object were bare, you could measure the reflected light and estimate its size and geometry more confidently. Here, however, the brightness is contaminated by gas and dust, and the nucleus size remains a broad range. Hubble-based estimates place it between 0.32 and 5.6 kilometers, a huge margin depending on how much light you attribute to the solid surface versus the surrounding haze. Even the tail looks unusual, more like a diffuse plume, a fan, than a thin filament. This suggests the production of very fine particles easily pushed by solar radiation pressure and dispersed into space, rather than larger grains that stay more aligned. Calculations of the dust flux indicate a loss ranging from a few kilograms per second to dozens, numbers that, accumulated over days and weeks, become an immense physical phenomenon, an accelerated erosion of sorts. All this occurs while the object travels through the solar system on a one-way trajectory, reaching perihelion on October 29, 2025, and later approaching Earth without ever posing a threat, with a minimum distance of about 270 million kilometers on December 19, 2025. But the real question isn't where it passes, it's what is evaporating. Because in the chemistry of the gases lies the fingerprint of its birthplace. And here, quietly, comes into play the instrument capable of seeing what Hubble cannot. One that can turn a glowing cloud into an inventory of molecules. When the James Webb telescope observes a comet, it isn't just taking a picture. It listens to light as if it were a signature, splitting it into lines and bands that correspond to specific substances. In the case of 3I Atlas, Webb observed it on August 6, 2025, and what emerged ignited genuine scientific debate, one involving thermal models, ice geochemistry, and interstellar history. The coma was found to be unusually rich in carbon dioxide relative to water vapor, with one of the highest carbon dioxide to hydrogen oxide ratios ever measured in a comet. In simple terms, it was as if the object were burning a different kind of fuel than what we're used to. This doesn't mean there's no water. It means that, in the mixture escaping from the nucleus at that moment and at that distance from the sun, carbon dioxide dominates. And this dominance can be explained in natural ways, without invoking miracles. One possibility is that 3I Atlas formed in a region of its original system near the carbon dioxide snowline, where carbon dioxide could easily freeze and become abundant from the start. Another is that, during its long interstellar voyage, cosmic radiation transformed some of the simpler ices, converting compounds like carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide and creating, over time, a chemically reworked surface crust. In both scenarios, the result is the same. When the sun begins to warm the object, the gases released are not a pure sample, but the product of a long story. And here lies another fascinating idea. If water appears relatively scarce, it may mean the heat isn't penetrating deeply into the nucleus. Imagine a porous, layered body, its surface acting as an insulator. Under certain conditions, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide can sublimate and escape more easily, while water remains trapped below, like a cold heart untouched by the sun in time. This changes how we interpret the coma. No longer just a tale, but a thermometer measuring the depth of solar energy's reach. The orbital dynamics add yet another layer of depth. Some analyses suggest that the kinematics of 3I Atlas may align with ancient stellar populations of the Milky Way, such as the so-called thick disk, where many stars formed earlier than in the thin disk where the sun was born. If this connection is correct, the object could be extremely old, possibly older than the solar system itself. You can't prove it from a photo, but you can see coherence among its velocity, orbital inclination, and galactic context. And above all, you can ask what it really means to hold in your instruments a comet that has wandered for billions of years without the protection of a bubble like the heliosphere. Interstellar space isn't a neutral corridor. It's an environment that alters, irradiates, and slowly cooks chemistry. That's why 3I Atlas isn't just an object to be classified. It's a natural experiment no laboratory could reproduce, because no lab can wait billions of years. And it's within these knowledge gaps, these wide margins, that the most provocative hypotheses thrive. Avi Loeb, already known for unconventional interpretations in the case of Oumuamua, suggested that certain apparent anomalies deserve at least discussion, even evoking scenarios where the observed light might not be purely reflected sunlight, or where the object might even be powered by an internal energy source. It's an idea that fascinates the public because it touches something deep in the imagination, but within the scientific community, it remains a minority view. The reason isn't emotional rejection, it's methodological rigor, exhausting all known physical explanations first. A comet can appear strange for very physical, earthly reasons. Asymmetric jets can create non-gravitational accelerations. A patchy surface can make an orientation seem improbable when it's merely geometry. A dust-rich coma can distort brightness measurements and, consequently, size estimates. Even the shape of the plume, that teardrop Hubble saw, can be modeled through the interplay of gas velocity, particle size, and radiation pressure. In other words, no engine is needed to explain a jet, nor a lamp to explain a bright coma. What is needed is patience, more observations, across more spectral bands, over as much time as possible as the object recedes and evolves. And this is the greatest lesson 3I Atlas leaves us, beyond all controversy. These visitors are almost certainly far more numerous than the 3 we've found. The fact that we've only recognized 3 doesn't mean they're rare, it means they're hard to spot. They're small, fast, often discovered late, and pass through dense star fields that camouflage them like needles in a glowing fabric. Each interloper forces astronomy to become reactive, to turn a discovery into a global campaign within hours, coordinating optical, infrared, and radio telescopes, from the ground and from space. In this sense, 3I Atlas is also a technological reminder. If we truly want to understand these objects, we must be ready before they arrive, with more sensitive detection networks and pre-written observation plans, because physics doesn't wait. The object passes, heats up, changes, and fades as it returns to interstellar darkness. Perhaps this is the most hypnotic aspect of the story. We seek a true identity, a neat definition, as if the universe were obliged to fit in our drawers. But an interstellar object isn't just a comet or an asteroid. It's a body that has lived through more environments than any rock in our solar system, carrying a stratigraphy of radiation, frost, microscopic collisions, and slow chemistry. Its passage reminds us that the solar system isn't a closed room but a permeable frontier. Sometimes, a fragment from another stellar system enters our light, and for a moment the galaxy ceases to be an abstract concept and becomes something concrete, measurable, made of glowing dust and expanding gas. Then the object departs, leaving us with data, light curves, spectra, images, and a clear feeling. Out there, between one star and another, there isn't just emptiness. There is traffic. There is history in motion. And 3I Atlas, with its rush and its unusual coma, is only one of the first messengers we have learned to recognize. If you've made it this far, it means you love curiosity as much as we do. If you enjoyed this journey, leave a like, write a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support what we do. Your presence truly makes a difference. Until the next exploration.